Hey friends, RB here. Hope you're enjoying your weekend. Just wanted to kind of recap, on what I'm thinking about the indexes in the long term, and probably try to correlate with some of our big stocks, big names, right? And talk about some of the key levels as well, so that we are aware if the direction of the wind is changing. We should not keep a one-sided bias or anything like that, right? So. Uh, just to kind of give you an idea and a background, the last week we were talking about 5670 to be the key point, and if the dip comes to that, we expect, and in that area holds, we expect that to rally into 5950, but indexes did even better, and we touched about 6010 or 6012, somewhere around that number, right? So a big rally, a 300 points rally within 4 days from there. Now, what talked about last time was that, are we considering this to be end of the five wave as in here, right? Which means that we will retrace a portion of it, and the portion of it means we can come back to 5616, or we can come down to 5416, something around that, right? Some way like this, right? So that was one bearish way of looking at it, and the other bullish one that we talked about was that what if this is a 1 2 and a 1 2, and now we are just gonna go in wave 3 up, right? Which means that we will have a minor dip somewhere here, and the key level that I would want it to hold at any cost is 587 73 or 70, the number that we were looking at before, basically the previous high, right? So this range at max go down to 5855 or so, but not below this, right? I don't want this whole gap to be cleared and closed, and it come down right just down there. That would not be a good look for it to be a wave 3, a continuation. If this is a wave 3, we are just looking at a minor dip here at 58 8070 range, and then the rally should continue upwards, right? So that would be my bullish case towards the end of the year, right? That this rally slowly will continue, and we will be somewhere around 63, 6400 by December, something like that. So that's gonna be the bullish case, where we say, oh, this is 1 2, this is 1 2, and we are forming 3 4 5, something like this. This will be the internal count, and it'll keep on going. So that's a bullish case. So now this week is important to determine whether we are gonna go into this mode, or otherwise we are looking at next 4 weeks to be the corrective week, right, where we have a dip for A, probably go and test 5682. If more aggressive, probably test for 5641, bounce back again into somewhere into this range, and then do another big dip, right? So these are the two ways market can unfold at this point of time. And like I said, until we break below this range, which I have marked up here, right, I don't see a reason we should be thinking bearish, right? So as long as this range is holding, we are pretty much bullish for the remainder of the year, right? So very easy to understand. I mean, there's nothing complex about it. We don't even want a 61% retracement. The numbers that I said probably would be somewhere in the 50% range here, right? So somewhere about this 5847, 5880, 5870, somewhere in this bucket, right? In this bracket, it dips slowly, and then rises up all up again. If it starts closing the gap, that's a red sign that okay, there is something else going on, probably that bearish path, and we'll have to kind of adjust accordingly, right? The the bullishness that I'm seeing right now is that cryptos are running. Well, we almost had 300 points run on Ethereum over the weekend after Friday, and Bitcoin is almost 3,000, or somewhere around 3,000, 4,000 points up as well from Friday, right? So there is a lot of momentum right now in cryptos. And some of the other things that I'm liking right now is some stocks like, Amazon, which is on a breakout right now, and probably it'll have some sort of a retest a little bit instead of just continue going. Right? Will it come and test 201? It probably can, but as long as this is holding, it's bullish, right? We have Meta, which is continuing its rally. It didn't do much on the after the earnings, but right now it's continuing. So we see some momentum coming into this as well. Nvidia is sitting on a breakout. Is it gonna be another five waves and then a little bit dip and then continuing moving up? Something that we want to see, right? And a bigger contribution was coming from Tesla, which is right now on a breakout, right? So we talked about 300 being the key area where if Tesla starts trading above 300, then the D leg this cannot be a D leg. It could have been a D leg if it was 288 in return, but that did not happen with the clear victory for Trump and Elon being bigger contributor there. He has a lot to gain from this administration. So of course the bullishness is there. Now I would have to go back to the previous count where I was saying that probably the DE completed here prematurely, and after that we are just seeing the momentum build up, which means the stock is gonna keep pumping up with some consolidations on the way, probably touching 370 next, and then 407. But some consolidation, maybe it'll touch 300, a little bit of a dip early in the week, but after that, it can keep continue going up. Right, so there is some bullish momentum here in the stocks with which I would like to keep it very simple and clear, like I explained, that as long as my key levels are holding, there is no reason to be thinking bearish, right? Only if the 3850 area starts to give up, that's where we will see the directional change in some other stocks as well. And, that is something which then I will revisit and rethink, right? Am I suggesting right now to long everything? No, I do want that dip to come at 3850, see how it works out with the rest of the things, and then look into some of the longs. But otherwise, is like I said, wait for that dip and then see if it's by the dip, or otherwise if the market starts breaking. So let's go back to SPX here. If the market starts breaking lower, right, then we'll have to see if we can catch up leg where it starts breaking into this. Probably we'll see some sort of making a lower low here, then a push up, then we can get an opportunity to short into this area for it to kind of come down, right? So it's not going to be selling off all the way to 5600 in a single leg, right? So some a lower low confirmation, then a higher low, and then a sell off, right? So right now longs have a risk until this is not tested, and you probably can try to scalp a short if you would like to, but my intention is to just see what happens once it comes down here and see the setups that we can get into for long. So that's what I'm going to look into. If this breaks and then pops up, then I'm going to look for a short, right? So that's what I'm looking at. Hope this helps. Thank you very much. Have a good one. Bye bye.